In Hebrew, the words are built around roots of 3 letters usually. Shaked is the root. Shaked, shoked, yishkod, shkod, shkod, shkod. And shoked means watch over. Watch over. So the teaching here is that the Lord is watching, the Lord is not sleeping, the Lord is alert, and the Lord is faithful. The Lord keeps His word, and we see His word being fulfilled with the people of Israel now coming back to this land after 2,000 years.
Wow.
You see this with your own eyes.
Correct.
The revival of the Hebrew language, that's the revival of the language of the prophets, of the book of Psalms, Jeremiah, Isaiah. We have been to the city of David. I said many books of the Old Testament were written in the city of David. Psalms, Jeremiah, Isaiah, and so on. First Temple period. So the word shoked connected to shaked, and the shaked reminds shoked. You see a beautiful way to teach. When you see the tree, when you see the fruit. By the way, the name of both the tree and the fruit are the same. Shaked. Shaked. This is a beautiful way to remind people that the Lord watches, is faithful. Moreover, the imperative way of this root, of this word, shoked, is shikdu in plural. Let's say together, shikdu. Shikdu. Very good. Shikdu, meaning watch. And the Lord Yeshua uses this verb, this concept, watch, be careful, be ready, many times in the Gospels, even in Revelation. Even in Revelation, watch, be ready, don't be sleepy, don't be dormant. Dormiendo. You speak Spanish also, don't you? Dormiendo.
Just a few words.
No dormiendo. On the alert. To what? To be ready for the coming, for the return of the Lord Yeshua. Watch. We all must watch day and night that He will come and we will be ready. That we will not be surprised. And particularly that we will have oil in our vessels.
Amen.
And I would like to finish with this because it's already 5:30. Unless you want me to continue.
Yeah,
Okay,
we can
finish it.
continue.
We can continue.
Yeah,
A little, yeah.
we're already here.
We are already here.
Yes.
But to conclude this topic of shikdu, very important. It's many times in the Gospels, in the teachings of the Lord Yeshua. Shikdu, watch, be ready, be prepared. And if He says this, it means we need to be reminded about that. Because we forget. We are only human beings. We need to be reminded we have to watch, how to watch, to pray, to read, to learn, to remain faithful all the time.
Amen.
Because Satan is mighty, but the Lord is almighty.
That's right.
Amen.
Satan is mighty, but the Lord is almighty.
Amen.
Let's go further.
Can you
Please, yes, let's give some time.
Can you give us more of a characteristic of this tree? Why?
I tell you, it's the first tree that blossoms in this place in the Judean hills. Already it starts to blossom already in the end of January, beginning of February. And sometimes people get confused. They think the flowers of the almond are nice, white. It can be full of white flowers, and sometimes people get confused and they think it is cherry tree. We don't have cherry here. It's not cold enough. Cherries we have in the Golan Heights. So the almond grows quite naturally. It can go. It can grow outside in the fields. It's not spoiled. It's not spoiled. Towards the winter, it will lose the leaves. Unlike the olive is evergreen. The olive is always green, even during if we have snow. And sometimes we have snow here. When it's snowing in Jerusalem, it is also snowing here. And the olive will remain evergreen. The almond, you have only the branches, and it starts to blossom around January, beginning of January, and it will be full of flowers end of January, February. So it has a presence. This tree has a presence outside in the fields, outside in the hills. So it's a good reminder, about only these two verses in Jeremiah 1.
Wow.
Okay?
Amen.